This whole section that's pink was just had turned into like a million little blisters, but really it was one big blister. Like this whole area was basically just a big blister. I caught it on the fridge when I went to grab some milk, and it peeled a huge flap of skin back. It was heinous beyond all reason, and it hurt really bad. And it was super gross. And they were like, okay, you just want to wash it and push the flap of skin back down and then bind it. And as soon as I washed it, it just peeled off like super cheap, super wet toilet paper. It fell apart in my hands. I was like, "Ah!" So I had a big, huge, kind of open wound raunch, like a day one scrape, a big one. At that point, I started wrapping it. The first video we shot was the day after I started wrapping it and we did our first bandage change. I went through and talked about kind of what it costs to dress this wound. Like I bought these dressings, $9.99 for 5 of them, but the wound was big enough I needed to use 2 at a time. And
Right.
so I was using 2 of those every day. And so call it like $5 in bandages a day. So I wrapped and I unwrapped the wound in that. On our first video, I was taking that off and it just peeled the top off of that open wound area right here. And it was super painful and super miserable. 0 out of 10, would not recommend. And I had to do that for 2 days because even though we own Crash Pads, which is a bandage company, and the bandage is like perfect for this, right? I didn't have
Yeah.
any on hand. They were all out in Utah. And so I paid $170 to overnight 10 Crash Pads to me so I could put them on and see how they worked. And FedEx dropped the ball horribly, and I got them 2 days later. Like we paid to have them delivered the next morning at 10 a.m., and they got there 2 days later at 10
Oh,
p.m. So by the time I got a crash pad on it, I had already had to change these heinous bandages for 3 days, and it was already in pretty good shape.